Hello and welcome back to another edition of Football9 Show. And we're finally done with the Matchday 1.
Yep.
We have some interesting results, and now the Matchday 2 takes place. And
Well, Matchday 2, right? To talk about Matchday 2, the first match is Brighton Man United.
Oh, that's going to be an
it's going to be
interesting
a
game.
very interesting game.
Brighton are top of the table, as we know,
Yeah.
and both the teams are coming off the wins. And it's going to be an interesting test for Fabian Hurstler very early in his Premier League career.
In the last episode, you
Yeah.
talked highly about him.
Exactly.
Now, United, as I talked highly about them last week, because I like what they're doing, what they're trying.
At least one of us is talking highly about United.
I mean, let's be honest, it was a good game from United,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Now, what are your expectations from Brighton in this game?
I would love to see how they, come up against big name players at United. Because
Yeah.
It's after a while that United are going out and targeting big name players.
True.
So to see how those individuals cope, because the players that Brighton have and the players that they've brought in, they're not household names, right? Brighton's not at that level yet that can bring in household names.
True.
So seeing those individuals perform against the names like Matthias de Ligt and
Here's a question. Does Delit start?
I would love to see him start over Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire,
Yeah.
as we discussed again in the last episode, that Harry Maguire and Delit
Yeah.
are supposedly the main pairing that he's trying.
But I want to see a pairing of Lisandro Martinez and Matthias de Ligt.
Okay.
Like Martinez
That
being
would
your
be a
left centre back.
deadly
Exactly. Like if de Ligt
pair.
performs at the level that is expected of him, the performances that we saw at Ajax, if we get that version of de Ligt with Lisandro Martinez, that is going to be like that will challenge Arsenal for the best defensive duo.
I agree. I honestly agree.
If they're at peak
Yeah.
form, yeah.
Mhm. But what about Harry Maguire though? I mean, if
He had a good match.
I mean,
he was
had a
start.
pretty
match,
good.
Yes, but
look, I would
Like,
love to.
let's just be
I would
honest
love to
about-
see Delict start because he's a part of my fantasy Premier
Yeah.
League team. I chose him, so I hope he performs well.
Now here's another question. In the last match, Bruno Fernandes
Yeah.
started as a false nine,
Yeah.
right? Now, do you still play Bruno up front or do you play Zogzi?
no,
Do you starting?
I would reward Zirkzee with the starting.
Yeah,
starting
same.
lineup
What
for
about you?
City.
Yeah, same. Just put Bruno Fernandes back and play
Because,
Zoxy up front.
like we talked about in the previous episode, Fernandes was playing as a false nine,
Yeah.
and that is something that Zirkzee can do very well, and he did that for Bologna last season. So if Zirkzee starts up front, I don't think Ten Hag needs to change a lot of his tactics from the last game. So he can stick to what worked in the previous game, and also show Zirkzee that listen, if you perform well, I will reward you with these chances.
Yeah, true.
Very well said.
And
yeah.
also another thing is that Rashford has been misfiring
Yeah.
since the Community Shield.
Yeah.
He has been missing some tremendous chances. I don't know how he missed them, to be honest. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. I don't know how he missed. Whom do you play? Do you start Garnacho in place of Rashford or do you start someone else?
100% Garnacho
Yeah,
for me.
100%
Yeah.
Garnacho. I think Garnacho currently is the best product that
United has.
from their academy.
Yeah.
Like I know Kobe Mino is very good, but I think Garnacho is a level above, especially with like we saw in the Community Shield. He's coming in clutch for them. He scored in the FA Cup final last year. He scored in the Community Shield this year.
Yeah.
So Garnacho is that sort of player, and I really rate him highly. I would love to see
But
him play.
I don't know why he keeps on preferring Rashford. I don't get it.
I mean, it's just, it's the aura that Rashford had built over
Yeah.
the years.
Well,
Like at
The aura,
United.
the aura.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
as
would
a
like to agree
person,
here.
I respect Rashford
exactly.
for whatever he does.
Yeah.
As a player, 0 out of 10.
I mean,
He's not a bad player, man.
he's
Come
not
on,
a, see,
yeah.
I love Rashford when he used to play up front. I loved Rashford as a striker. I do not believe Rashford works as a
Hopefully that doesn't happen with Zogzi.
winger. I hope so.
I mean,
Yeah.
we had that
We've
conversation.
had that conversation. Like
Because
United
on
love
his day,
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford is one of the best strikers.
exactly.
I mean, he has a pace element, he has agility, everything
And
that
But
you
Vass
need.
is finishing.
I don't know. I don't know
He was
where
a pretty-
that has vanished. this is a
He
strike.
missed a tap in. There was no goalkeeper.
Yeah, but like this is a player like 2 seasons ago who had a 30-goal season for
Yeah.
United,
Yeah, exactly.
and that United side did not even come close to what they're trying to be this year or what they're starting to look like this year.
True.
So Rashford being on form would work wonders for Ten Hag, and would I think this is probably his last season if he doesn't perform.
Yeah.
It
True.
should be.
It should be.
should
Even for
Yeah.
Ten Hag,
Even exactly.
if Ten Hag doesn't perform,
Yeah.
this is it. If Rashford doesn't perform,
this should be it.
yeah. So,
So,
predictions. I'm
I'm
gonna start with Faz.
I'm not sure yet. Is it at Old Trafford?
No.
It's at Brighton. So
Yeah.
I'll go with a 1-1 draw.
Oh, what about you?
I mean, yeah, it is a draw for me too. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a goalless draw,
Goalless draw.
deadlocked.
You really
Okay.
want that 6 points. Huh?
I also have Zogzi in my team, so I don't
Okay.
know.
I have my faith in what I saw.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with 1-0 United.
Again,
Ooh.
wow.
Who scores?
Bruno.
Bruno.
Wow.
Because
And
it's
what about
long
you?
time coming, to be honest, because in the last 2 matches, Community Shield and the last match,
Yeah.
he was getting close and he was getting frustrated as well, but
Yeah.
the final touch was missing. But I feel that this is it. This is where he finally scores again, you know.
Okay.
And what about you?
I
Who
go
scores?
with Zirkzee for United,
Okay.
and and for Brighton I'll go with Wow Pedro.
Mm.
Oh, I was expecting that.
Yeah.
I was expecting that answer.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Tottenham, Everton.
Interesting game once again.
Yeah. This is very unpredictable. This one is
Yeah.
quite unpredictable.
Like what
Exactly.
I saw from Tottenham in their previous game, especially that first half, they were all over the place.
Yeah.
They were outclassing Leicester left, right, and center.
True.
But second half, Leicester got back into the game. Tottenham.
The goal
had-
scored.
Exactly, the goat scored. Tottenham had a few chances. I want to see if, like, I loved Madison's play in the entire, in that previous game, but I don't think Madison was as effective in the second half as he was in the first. So I would, and that is something that I've seen from Madison over the number of years he's played. He's yet to put in consistent 90-minute performances
Yeah.
where he's
Exactly.
performing for the entire 90 minutes.
True.
It's generally been okay. He's either missing in the first half or in the second half. So if that happens, and considering that Everton are coming from a drubbing by Brighton,
Yeah.
I think it should be Tottenham's game to lose.
True.
Totally.
So, what about your prediction? What's the score line?
I really have I've always had a soft spot for Everton, but I'd go 2-0 to Spurs.
2-0
Wow.
to Spurs.
Yeah.
What
Who
about
scores
you?
the goal?
Son goes with one, and Madison for the other.
Interesting. What about you?
Look, I really rate Madison, and I personally feel this season he's one of the best playmakers in the Premier League. And Everton, again, even I have a soft spot for Everton because there are just too many Belgian players who have actually played there.
Here we go again.
Yeah, we have Morales, we have Lukaku, Delofeu. Oh no, Delofeu is Spanish, sorry.
Yeah.
But still, I
Good
love him.
player. Yeah.
We get
Yeah.
his point.
Yeah.
So I used to like them back when we had the Barclays era.
Yeah.
Back when they were good, you mean?
The dark
say that,
horses,
yeah.
right?
Exactly.
How things have changed.
Yeah, the then Aston Villa. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a 3-0 win for Tottenham.
You have so
Back
much
to
hope.
back 3-0
Yeah.
defeats for Everton.
Yeah.
See, what I feel, Pedro Porro
Yeah.
is one of the main components in the team.
Yeah.
If he plays well, 3-0 Tottenham, I agree. If he doesn't, draw. It's a draw. Because
Goalless
what?
draw?
Yeah, goalless draw. Because
So
what I
you're not fancying Everton to score a goal.
not at all.
Neither of
What-
us are. None of
Because-
us. Yeah.
Because what I have seen, they're struggling.
Yeah.
And this is one of the season I feel they will be in a relegation battle. Not directly, but they might be there, 15th, 16th, jumping off and off.
Yeah.
No?
Man, I
I
had
just
such
hope they don't get another points deduction.
exactly.
Yeah, that's another thing that we have to
Yeah.
consider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had such high hopes for Beto though.
Yeah,
Beto.
same.
I mean, he joined the club and I was like, okay, that is a
was
decent
coming
signing
off
for
of a good
Everton.
season,
Yeah,
yeah.
he had a very good Serie A season.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, man.
And
Maybe the
Everton,
pressure was too much for him.
I think ever since they sold Lukaku, they've really struggled to find the right striker for them.
Yeah.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin was a one
I
season
actually
wonder,
liked him.
One
He
season
would
wonder.
have, he could have been the guy had
Yeah.
it not been for his injuries.
Exactly.
So
True.
Everton are
I
nowhere
really
close to
thought-
that level now.
yeah, I really thought Beto might have given them a similar profile to what Lukaku gave them, especially that Lukaku.
So the summer transfer window is coming to an end. Do you
Yeah.
fancy Everton signing another striker for this one?
I think given their financial constraints,
And they're facing a lot of charges because
Yeah.
of their
Yeah.
PSR breaches.
exactly. So their financial situation is a mess. They had a deal with the Friedkin group that did not work out. Then, given that they've already signed NDI this season, I don't think they're going to make any more striking options.
And that makes me more worried about them, you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because they're in a situation they cannot spend money at all.
Yeah,
They cannot
exactly.
improve the spaces that they need to.
But the biggest thing that they've done this season till now is keep hold of Jack Brathwaite. That is a coup for them. That is
But how
almost
long?
like a new sign.
How long?
I mean, it's only 10 more days till the deadline day approaches, and
I
I
can see
think-
Bransford signing for another club.
I don't know.
I see him staying at least till winter.
Yeah. So the only way, I think maybe if Newcastle aren't able to get Gehi, maybe they go for Brathwaite, but I've not seen any links with them, and the links to United seem to have cooled down.
Yeah. With
And
Delit coming in,
De
I
Ligt
don't
and
think
Euro,
that's happening anymore.
Exactly, they've gotten Euro and De Ligt. I don't think they're going to spend 70-80 million on Brathwaite
Yeah.
now, considering they also have to get in Ugarte.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Everton are already facing the defensive issues and
Exactly.
even the attacking issues. I would say.
Exactly.
The only player that actually looked lively last season was this Garner, new guy
Yeah.
Garner. He's a good player.
Yeah. So I think they've managed to keep hold of him for another season, which is like a new signing for them.
Yeah.
So I believe like in the coming days and coming weeks, their fortunes take a turn. I hope so.
Hopefully, because what I have seen is
Yeah.
quite
It's
abysmal, to be honest.
honestly, it was a dreadful performance
Yeah.
against
It
Brighton.
was. It was.
It doesn't fill us with any
Yeah.
confidence in them. I just hope it changes.
But we will see what happens. Miracles happen. Let's see. So next up, Crystal Palace, West Ham.
This is going to
Ho
be
ho!
very
Crazy game. Crazy.
Last season's dark horses
Yeah.
versus
This season.
this season's dark horses.
But are they the dark horses?
I mean, they were
Because
pretty
they lost
good.
the first game. I mean,
They lost the first game, but I mean, I honestly did not expect them to win. I expect them to finish high this season, but I didn't expect them to win the first game. And
maybe a top half finish
Thank-
this time
Yeah, I mean, these are,
expect
I
them
feel they're top 10.
both of
for
them.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace and West
Top
Ham.
10 should be the bare minimum for both these teams
Yeah.
this year. And I mean, I'm just glad that I got the prediction for the last game right, for West Ham's last game right. For West Ham, you could have seen that loss coming because they were facing Aston Villa. They've had Emery for a while now. It's
Yeah.
a settled 11. Lopetegui was just coming in. He's had so many new signings. He doesn't know a lot of these players. He decided to stick with the core West Ham team that we saw last year. Did not use any of the players that he brought in. So it wasn't surprising for me that they lost. So I believe that this game, the second game, he can start a few of those players that he brought in and get a result from what he would rather want to see.
See, exactly. Like, I feel it will take a few time.
Exactly. Yeah.
He will try new combinations, what
Yeah.
works, what doesn't. And I feel like, as I know, Lopetegui, when he was in Real Madrid as well,
Yeah.
he takes time to understand
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is
So
to
it
be
takes
done.
him- yeah.
He's not a manager who will just come and give you wins.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
takes time for him.
Yeah.
So I feel slowly it will be better.
Maybe not elite, but yeah, surely does the job.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And I honestly rate Lopetegui very highly.
Same.
And
I like that manager.
he did well with Wolves when he was there. He got them out of a relegation fight. Almost got them a top half finish.
Yeah.
Couldn't exactly get into it, but he had a good spell. He left on his own accord because he wasn't being supported enough.
Yeah.
And now he is being supported by
And the
West Ham
Tenak
board.
situation.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm sure he'll do a good job.
Yeah, and like considering he has so many players that have come in this season, I'm ready to give him time because like so many players that you need a little bit of time
Absolutely.
to settle in and
adapt to the tactics and
yeah, and even
overall gameplay.
with now rumors of Carlos Soler being joining
Yeah.
them, they're gathering pace. That is another great signing for them if that.
I mean, Carlos Soler is one of those players who can play anywhere.
Exactly.
Anywhere on the field. And
Yeah.
you need players like that on your
Yeah.
team. At least one. Like, for example, Nacho. He could play anywhere on the defense,
Yeah.
right? And Carlos Soler is...
He can play anywhere on the wing. He can play in
Exactly.
the midfield.
Exactly.
Mavi,
He can
yeah.
play as a right back, left back, defensive midfielder, center midfielder, right winger, left winger, second striker. I've seen him even play as a second striker. I mean, there's no position, I guess, left
Yeah.
properly that he hasn't played, you know?
So,
Yeah.
West
Okay.
Ham, Crystal Palace.
Prediction.
I'll go with a 2-1 win to West Ham this time.
Okay. Interesting.
Who scores?
I would love for it to be a brace from Fulkrug. He's in my team. But one from Fulkrug, one from Kudus.
Okay, so
And,
Fulkrug starts.
Fulkrug starts. I really hope he does.
I mean, they need that guy.
Yeah.
Really do.
They need that sort of a bullish bullish striker to get past the Crystal Palace defense. Like
Exactly.
a battle between Gehi and Fulkrug. Oof, I would love to
Crazy.
see that in
Yeah.
the
True.
Premier League.
What about you?
I'll go for a 3-1 win for West Ham.
3?
Yeah.
He keeps on raising the bar,
I
doesn't he?
swear, by the time this video ends, he's gonna predict a 7-0 win.
I might. Again, Fulkrug scores this one. Then it's Suchek who gets the goal. And the third one, Mohamed Kudus.
Okay.
Okay.
Who scores for Palace?
Who scores for Palace? Interesting. Okay. I don't know why I have this gut feeling that Anderson is going to score a header.
Interesting.
Anderson, yeah. Well, I'm going to say it's Eze who scores the goal.
Okay, makes
Common
sense.
answer, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Understandable.
for a reason, yeah.
What about
Okay. I'm gonna go Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 1.
Ooh.
you? Oh, Crystal Palace for the win.
See, I
The
love...
first time we're disagreeing, or like anyone.
Someone has to,
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point.
Exactly. Otherwise, it would be very boring.
Exactly.
Usually
So-
me, but this time it's him.
I'm gonna go Eduard
Yeah.
and Daichi Kamada.
Oh.
Okay.
Kamada stan. I'm a Kamada stan and he's gonna score. Let's go Kamada. And for West Ham, Fulkrug. Come on.
At
We all
least
love
we're in
Fulkrug.
agreement.
Yeah.
We all love
Fulkrug.
Fulkrug.
Fulkrug
Like-
stands.
Fulkrug and Gehi, that is peak Barclays.
Yeah.
That is peak Barclays that I want to see.
True. Anyway, moving on. Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Southampton at home.
It's a relegation dogfight. Like
Yeah.
early
I
season
agree.
relegation.
And for
decider.
some reason, these matches are always cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want it to be Southampton, but I think it'll be a draw.
You have a thing for the Saints.
Okay, score.
You don't call me Jesus for nothing.
He looks like one. Let
He's
us know
Jesus.
in the comments.
Anyway, prediction, score.
1-1. And I think for Nottingham, Milinkovic scores. New signing, let's see.
Yeah.
And for the Saints, I'll go with Leslie Okocheko. I really want him to do well.
Makes sense.
Good.
What about you?
Deadlocked.
Dylan?
I don't see them scoring, man. I just don't see them scoring for some reason. I don't know why.
It will be a very good game,
Yeah.
but goals, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Relegation dogfight that ends
Yeah.
deadlocked. Wow.
6 yellow cards, 3 red cards. This is my prediction.
Wow.
I want
South
that to
American,
happen more than I
South
want my
American
prediction.
football.
And we will get 3 articles out of nowhere. Anyway, next match. Fulham, Leicester. Fulham at home.
Fulham, Leicester. Fulham have quietly had a very good transfer window.
Underrated, very
Yeah.
underrated.
So, and with that transfer window and with Marco Silva doing the job he's been doing at Fulham, I think this should be a game for Fulham. And
Okay.
Leicester haven't looked the best, They did well to sneak a draw out of the Spurs game, but I think Fulham might just snatch a victory over here.
Okay.
So,
1-0
what's your prediction?
Fulham.
1-0.
Yeah.
So Vardy doesn't score.
No
Okay.
Vardy party.
Okay, 1-0. What about you?
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree with what he just said. But
He's the one who said
scoreline-
about Vardy.
But the scoreline is gonna be different. The scoreline is gonna be different.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 2-0 win for Fulham.
How? I'm speechless right
I
now.
swear.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Leicester 1, Fulham 0, because what I saw from Fulham and what I saw from Leicester, I feel Leicester's gonna take it.
Okay.
Like,
Even
it
away?
will be very close. Yeah, even away. It will be very close, but I see Leicester winning it. And I feel the Wardy Classic is coming. Right?
I
Wardy.
mean, I hope so, to be
Yeah.
honest, because
And the halftime,
I
he
would
drinks a
love
Red
that.
Bull, he comes out and he scores. I want
basically
that.
a repeat of the last
Yeah,
game.
I want that.
I would love that, but again, I'm gonna stick
I
to my
really want
prediction.
Leicester stays up this season.
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, I don't want to see them back in. Like after 2015,
Yeah.
I can't see them in the championship again.
Would you
Yeah.
rather see Fulham in the
I would.
championship or
Why not?
I'm a Chelsea fan. Fulham are our direct rivals.
Oh yeah,
Makes
I
sense.
almost forgot that you're a
Okay.
Chelsea fan.
Big one, big one. Next.
Wow.
That means I don't bring it up enough or what?
Okay, next match, big
Please
one. You're gonna like this. Man City Ipswich. You're gonna love this, aren't you? You're gonna love this match.
7-0 match.
See, we
No,
cannot
but
even argue with
I
that, to
think-
be honest.
Exactly. Like that is something that I realistically think could happen.
Yeah.
It can happen.
The
It can
bar
happen.
keeps on raising.
Like, Manchester City usually do this every
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Like they have at least one six
Yeah,
goal
6-0,
thriller.
yeah.
Yeah, but again, no, jokes aside, I'm gonna say a 3-0 win for Manchester City.
Yeah.
Bernardo
Yeah.
Silva
No, we
scores.
want 7-0.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would love
that.
that. I would love that. But Ipswich, they're a good team. Okay,
Yeah.
they're a good side. They put in the shift and they do their job.
Yeah.
But again, it's Manchester City. Bernardo Silva scores and Haaland scores a brace.
Okay.
I would love that.
What about you?
Same.
I agree with everything that he said.
7-0.
No. In my heart, I do. So, I would want Ipswich to do well. I want them to stay up. But this match is a level above.
Yeah, I mean,
So I would go with a. I actually won't be surprised if it's a 4-0 win for.
I was
City.
thinking about that actually. I was thinking about
Maybe a
4-0.
Haaland hat trick.
Yeah, maybe a Haaland hat trick as well. Haaland does love scoring hat tricks
Yeah.
against the newly promoted side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's his thing.
It's his thing, yeah.
Welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. It's a token.
It's a token.
So a hat trick from Haaland and a screamer from Rodri if he's there, but if he's not, then
I can somehow read your mind. I don't know why. I saw that coming. I literally saw that coming.
otherwise I'll go with a 1 goal from Doku.
Doku.
Yeah.
I love that. I love Doku. Okay. I'm going to go with 3-0 Man City. Both 2 goals go to Haaland
Yeah.
and Foden gets another one.
Oh.
Imagine
Yeah,
how much it
I
would
would love
stink if Haaland doesn't score any. He's
Imagine if
Come on.
Ipswich pull off a victory.
I will
love
be.
it.
That,
I would love it.
yeah. That
As a
would be
City
something.
Fan, that would be like, wow, okay.
You will win the league anyway.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a difference.
You can give
Yeah.
a miraculous win to someone.
I mean, we did last time.
You can again.
Last 2 seasons. Last 2 seasons.
Okay, moving on. You're gonna love this one. Aston Villa versus Arsenal
Oh,
at Villa Park.
it's probably the game of this match
Week,
week.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this is Emery's old club versus Emery's current club.
Yeah.
That's the flavor there. It'll be a. I think it'll be a very even game.
Hmm.
Like going into the new season, I don't think there is a lot of difference between the two right now.
Oh.
Because they're both coming off.
Okay,
of
that's
similar
an
seasons.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there is a lot of difference between this Aston Villa and this Arsenal
Okay.
heading into a new season.
Okay.
Nobody has a lot of momentum. They're both coming off wins. It's still early days. I'd go for a 2-2 draw between them.
Oh,
Interesting.
And I'd go with Ian Martin scoring against Arsenal.
Oh wow. Okay.
I would love that.
Former Chelsea man,
Yeah,
makes sense.
exactly. Yeah. So Ian Martin scores
You would
one,
love
John
that.
Duran scores another.
Okay.
And for Arsenal, Saka and Odegaard.
Odegaard.
He's never
I
gonna
like
s-
that.
He's
I like
never
that.
gonna call out this Kai Havertz's name.
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know what could be the reason.
I
Even I
understand.
don't know the reason.
See, I understand that. We saw what happens at Euros.
Yeah,
I get it.
exactly, right?
What about you?
Don't remind me of the game against me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm gonna go with a 1-0 win for Arsenal. Arsenal win it, and actually it's Declan Rice who scores the goal.
Ooh,
A screamer.
Unorthodox choice.
A screamer.
Interesting.
Edge of the box, a screamer.
Will rice be cooked or will rice cook?
Headline of the day. I'm gonna go with Arsenal 2,
Okay.
Villa 0.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I feel. See, I really want Arsenal to win this time around. As a neutral fan,
Yeah, you didn't.
I'm a neutral fan here. As a neutral fan, I really want them to win.
Just
So
say you're
there's
a
that.
Real Madrid fan, you hate City.
Well, anyway, so for Arsenal,
Yeah.
it's going to be Ben White,
Okay.
Oh wow.
Good choice.
and I'm gonna go with Saka. Yeah, he's gonna score. Ben White and Saka.
I think I'm not sure about Ben White, but Saka, I think
Yeah.
it's a fair choice to call him out.
I don't know. I like Ben White a lot.
Yeah,
Because-
even I do. But for scoring, let's see.
Let's see.
We've
Who
seen the
knows?
other Things happen.
Things happen.
Allison has scored in the league.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Bournemouth, Newcastle. It's Bournemouth as home.
I would go for a 2-0 win for Newcastle.
Yeah, straight up. I
And,
mean,
yeah. Isaac scores a brace.
what about you?
Easy work for them.
3-0 win for Newcastle. Isaac scores a brace, and it's Gordon who scores the third one.
My FPL would love that. I have both of them.
I have
True.
both of them.
I'd go 1-0 Newcastle. Isaac.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I think it's going to be a little close,
Yeah.
but Newcastle edges past it. Anyway, moving on. We will love this. Wolves, Chelsea. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Finally. Is that the last game? Last
No,
match
no,
of the
no,
week?
no.
I'm glad. Wolves.
Chelsea.
I
away-
can see his face, and I can literally figure it out. He's literally screaming it. Pedro Neto scores against Wolves.
So Chelsea goes away from home. Pedro Neto at his former home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Faz.
Ooh. Honestly, I don't know. I have no idea about this team right now. He played a 4-1-4-1 against City, which was odd because that is not his general style, like Maresca's general style. Prefers a 4-3-3. I believe it was a 4-1-4-1 because he was playing against City.
He was probably trying.
He was trying, yeah. He was trying to be a little more defensive,
Yeah.
trying not to concede. Did not work out. But for this game, I think we'll be in a traditional 4-3, not a traditional 4-3-3, but in a 4-3-3 that Penesca prefers. So I'd love to come away with a win. Three
You need a
points.
win.
We
You
need,
need
a
a
win.
win.
Exactly. We need a win early in the season to get that momentum for us. I'd think a clean sheet is a bit too much to
Yeah.
ask right now. I'd go with a 2-1 win for Chelsea.
Okay.
This is more of a hope rather than a prediction, but yeah, it is what it is.
Makes sense. What about you?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the 3-2 win for Chelsea.
High scoring game.
Yeah, it is a very high. It is going to be a high scoring game, and the OG Nico Jackson scores the goal.
Very
Will it be
interesting.
counted though?
Huh?
Will it be counted though?
3 of them no, 1 of them yes, 100%.
That is a typical Nico Jackson performance.
I'm gonna
Or maybe a
go
Morata performance. You never
Fair
know.
enough, yeah.
Morata fan dissing Morata. We have seen
We've
everything.
seen everything. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to go with 0-0 draw, to be honest.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
I don't
Not the
see a
worst
goal.
thing in the world, to be honest, but
To be honest, I don't see a goal
You
coming.
look so hopeless, man.
But even a draw is a good
yeah,
sign for you
right
at
now,
this moment.
especially a 0-0 draw.
Yeah. So moving on, last match of the weekday, Liverpool Brentford.
Ooh, Liverpool, Brentford. I think again an easy win for
Yeah.
Liverpool.
What's your score line?
2-0 once more.
Okay.
Salah scores, Jota scores again. It's literally a repeat of last week for them.
Yeah.
What about you?
4-1 win for Liverpool.
4-1. Who scores?
4-1. Okay, it's gonna be Salah who scores a brace.
Okay.
Is Nunes playing?
I mean he's fit, but I think Slot is trying to mold him into more of what he prefers. Like
God.
he did that with Jimenez at Feyenoord as well.
Yeah.
Dropped him for a few games. So I'm not sure whether it basically comes down to whether Slot wants to start him or not.
Mhm.
It's not like he has an injury issue or something like that.
Right. So I would say a Salah brace. Then it's Gakpo who scores the goal and
Okay.
Jota.
Okay. So Gakpo starts this
Yep.
time around. Okay. I'm going to go with 3-0 Liverpool. Salah gets one. If Gakpo starts, Gakpo gets one. Or else it's Zabozlai and McAllister.
Wow.
I can see all of them scoring, to be honest.
Exactly.
If Gakpo starts, he scores. Because he's in my
100%.
FPL. And he's the captain.
Exactly.
Why did you?
I was very surprised.
Because I thought he's going to start. Yeah, I thought he's going to
You
start.
wanted that differential, didn't you?
Yeah. Anyway,
Thought so.
that's enough for today.
Yeah.
This is the preview of the second match day of the Premier League. We'll be back again once the match day ends. A lot of interesting things to come.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and please.
Please do.
Please do.
Anyway, thank you.